Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Today we have a very serious video. The most serious video ever when it comes down to Crispy Flakes 2021 NBA mock draft predictions on June 29th, 2021 at 10:05 a.m. The most important video ever under that category, guys. So later on tonight is the 2021 NBA draft. I will not be watching it, because either on this channel or the second channel, Extra Crispy, I will be doing a blind reaction. But since that is going on, I have spoken to the basketball gods, and they have told me, Crispy, for this mock draft, we are going to give you the feeling of basketball god powers, okay? Basketball god powers. And you are going, and what you say here is exactly what's going to happen in the draft tonight. It's a good day. It's a scary day. That's it. Okay. Nothing else. Hit the like button, man. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let's get going on this, man. We're doing the lottery only because, well, beyond that, it's so hard to predict what's going to go on in the NBA. I assume there's going to be 20 billion trades, and anything I do here is meaningless. But hey, I'm still going to have fun with it, guys. So with the first pick on the clock in the 2021 NBA draft, we got the Detroit Pistons, man. And I will say, gut instinct is Cade Cunningham. There is a little whisper voice in the back of my mind saying Jalen Green. I will say there is a whisper back there, man, and I think it's because, Troy Weaver has not really gone out publicly to, say anything. I know Jalen Green just recently said he wants to live in Detroit, which seems to be maybe a little bit of cap, but, I can also see where he wants to get picked number 1 overall. Yeah, man, I think when it's all said and done, God, I hope this is the case. With the first pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Cade Cunningham. Please, it's got to be. If we get Jalen Green, I will welcome him with open arms. I will not. I'm not going to hold it against Jalen Green if that's who we draft. But I also will not be the happiest guy in the world. But then again, if you guys saw my second channel, Extra Crispy, I did a reaction to when Luke Kennard was traded. And in that, I was roasting Saddiq Bey. So, I mean, who really knows, man? Who really knows? Not me. I don't know a damn thing. I'm nothing. Okay, next up, we have the Houston Rockets. With the second pick in the 2021 NBA draft, no doubt in my mind, the Houston Rockets will be selecting Jalen Green out of the United States of America. Because he didn't actually go to a college. So, I guess out of the G League, man. He's going number 2. Number 3 on the clock, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. And at this point, I will say, I could perhaps see a trade going down. I got a feeling the Cavaliers are going to do some sort of trade with the OKC Thunder. Now, it's been reported that they declined Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and number 6 for the number 3. So actually, I changed my mind. They ain't trading shit. And with the third pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers, man, are selecting Evan Mobley out of USC. Mobley. Next up on the clock, we have the Toronto Raptors. Another team that I could see doing a trade. Because I could see them being hey, we're just going to pay Gary Trent Jr. We already got Fred VanVleet signed up for a few seasons. Have him at point guard. That's your backcourt. Only need Jalen Suggs. But also, I really like Jalen Suggs. And if there was quite honestly, man, a trade that I think would make sense for both sides would perhaps be straight up the 4th pick to the Golden State Warriors for James Wiseman. Because I feel like Jalen Suggs getting mentored by Steph Curry, but also having the insurance of a guy that can play point guard or shooting guard if Klay Thompson is at 100%, seems pretty nice, right? Because he was only a freshman. Jalen Suggs, he's really, young as hell as everything, right, man? So he's got a few seasons kind of learning under Curry and Klay. And then obviously the Toronto Raptors need a center. If there was a center that was a few spots down, I'd be okay, let's go for the center. But the best one available, yeah, where's he at? They are disrespecting the hell out of that one dude, man. I guess I don't know his name, so I guess I ain't much better. Yeah, what's his name? There he is, Alperen Sengun. Okay, that's who I was looking for, okay? But I do think here, the Toronto Raptors, they would draft Jalen Suggs. Next up, we have the Orlando Magic. So at first, I was leaning towards Jonathan Kuminga. because I'm like, okay, like potential-wise, I feel like potentially Kuminga can be the best player out of him and Scottie Barnes, but I think Scottie Barnes is more right to like go now. So I'm gonna say with the 5th pick, man, it could go either way. Davion Mitchell, no. Jonathan Kuminga. It's going to be Jonathan Kuminga. Because the OKC Thunder, they probably want more of a project because they're a few seasons, well, more than a few seasons away at this point. They trade away, everybody away. All right, next we got the OKC Thunder. So right now you're looking at Shai Gilgeous. You got Dort. Pokusevski can probably play some 4. Center spot needs some work. Small forward spot needs some work. You go best available, Scottie Barnes. And I actually, well, because like defensively, Scottie Barnes and Dort, that's like next level. I do fear for this team a little bit offensively, because like Dort is like, because Dort is very selective when he wants to drop 50 points or he wants to drop 1 for 7 shooting. Pokusevski though I think is gonna be like most improved player candidate next season, man. So Scottie Barnes I feel like would be a nice little addition to this team. Let's go Scottie Barnes. All right, number 7, we have the Golden State Warriors. So this is where things are going to start, kind of switching up for me. Originally, I had Davion Mitchell. I thought Davion Mitchell, the 3-point shot and everything, being a bit of an older rookie would really help out the Warriors. But at the same time, I'm just like, they can go out there and they can get like some sort of like backup point guard. But the thing about the Warriors already is that they got like Jordan Poole, who I really like at shooting guard. So that's why I'm like, it's like a shooting guard really what's absolutely needed. But then again, I do think guys like James Bouknight and also, Keon Johnson, what was the other dude's name, man? Yeah, Moses Moody, all those guys I feel like are kind of like steals for the Warriors at number 7 and can all bring a lot of good offense to this team. I think with the 7th pick in the draft, I'm going to switch from Davion Mitchell. I'm going to go with James Bouknight, 6'5" player. I think also gives you some insurance once again if Klay Thompson's not ready to go. And Bouknight going to be on this team. All right, number 8, we got the Orlando Magic. So originally we had them take Kuminga at the small forward spot. Davion Mitchell, I'm not really sure is needed in this circumstance because, obviously they already have Markelle Fultz. But then again, Markelle Fultz, we don't know what he's going to be. But then again, you don't want to have a rotation of Markelle Fultz and Cole Anthony. And even, what's the dude's name, man? You always forget the man's name. Hampton, right? Yeah, RJ Hampton. Yeah, RJ Hampton right there. Yeah, so they got like good guards already in that sense. All guys that can play point guard. So I don't think Davion Mitchell, because Davion Mitchell to me is only a point guard. He can play some 2. So I want a guy that can play maybe some shooting guard, small forward. I think with this pick right here, especially after getting rid of Evan Fournier last season, maybe you look towards an actual like natural shooting guard to get some athletic dude up in here, man. I'm gonna say Keon Johnson. Keon Johnson seems like a good fit right here. Or you can go Moses Moody. I would be happy either way. It depends. Like I said, I'm going based off of like the rankings right here. In your mock draft, you might personally have Moses Moody rated higher, which is completely fine. But I'm gonna say Keon Johnson to the Magic. Next up, we got the Sacramento Kings. Okay, so at this point, you're actually looking at Buddy Hield getting traded away. There's been some talks with the Lakers, but they already got De'Aaron and they got Tyrese Halliburton. So I could see maybe where they go for a backup shooting guard here, a guy that can be on the bench for a little bit, see what happens with him. They got Harrison Barnes. Marvin Bagley's gone. Rashawn Holmes gone. You're probably looking for a power forward, maybe a small forward type of guy, because obviously, Harrison Barnes can play the 4 spot if needed. I'm going to switch up right here, man. I originally had Jalen Johnson, but to me, Jalen Johnson is listed as a small forward. I think he's a power forward. I don't think he was the greatest shooter in college either. So like he might take some time. He could literally be could be this, could be that type of player. And I really don't think the Kings want another one of those going through the Marvin Bagley thing. A pick that I really like here is a guy that I think can play multiple positions. He could do a multitude of things, which would fit in with this Kings team that might just need a guy that you can plug and play and make you better. I like Franz Wagner, man. I watched him a lot of Michigan. I feel like Franz Wagner would be a great selection here for the Sacramento Kings. Plays some really good defense. I realistically think he could play with 1 through 4 if needed. I would say I lean him towards being more of a 3 or a 4, but could, with his ball handling, could be like a point forward too, where it would work. So you could run a lot of lineups with Franz Wagner and even Tyrese Halliburton kind of playing together. Franz Wagner, okay. Next up, we got the Pelicans. So I like Corey Kispert for his 3-point shooting. I feel like that works out nicely with this team. I also like Moses Moody because I feel like Corey Kispert is going to be more of a specialist type of player. Plus, he's a small forward. You can be 6'7", play shooting guard. But the NBA is getting a lot smaller, positionally speaking. There is talks of trading Brandon Ingram. I don't know the truth of that, but there's talks of it, man. But personally speaking, I like Moses Moody more on this team. I feel like he's a guy that can be like a 3-level scorer. And yeah, while obviously the spacing for Zion is nice, it's with having Corey Kispert, like Moses Moody I think is still maybe a fine 3-point shooter. I guess I don't know too much about him if I'm being 100% honest. 17-point per game score. Shot, wasn't the greatest. 31% from 3. Damn. Not great. Not great. Okay. I'm going to go with Corey Kispert, actually, guys. Let's get the bucket getter, man. The guy that can sit out there and shoot threes and knock down 41% for the next 10, 15 years. We'll be cool with that. All right, next up, we got the Charlotte Hornets. So with the Charlotte Hornets, I do not think that Devontae Graham's going to be back with the team. I feel like they might get Malik Monk, re-sign him. You got Scary Terry at the 2. You got LaMelo Ball, obviously. This team is pretty damn good all around. I'm actually kind of leaning towards Jalen Johnson just because, I feel like the Hornets, what they got going on, they need a center. Once again, that guy's just not available at this point that you would reach down and take. Jalen Johnson, take some time with him. And then maybe by the time Gordon Hayward's contract's up, Jalen Johnson's ready to go. I also like the idea of Davion Mitchell, though, as a backup. Can play with either Scary Terry or can play with LaMelo Ball. I'm going to go with Davion Mitchell right here. Davion Mitchell. Next up, we got the Spurs. So for the Spurs right now, their center spot is pretty light, and they got Jakob Poeltl. Jakob Poeltl to me is a defensive specialist. That's what he does. Score a little bit on the inside. I feel like at this point you take a chance on Alperen Sengun right here, man. To me, Alperen, his ceiling is Sabonis. If he really works, and hones in those NBA just like natural skills that Sabonis has, I would say his floor is like an Enes Kanter. So you kind of get that 1-2 punch with Alperen right here, but also Jakob, where you have the defensive guy, but you also have the offensive guy. So, yeah, I like Sengun right here to the San Antonio Spurs. Indiana Pacers, my mind doesn't change. Josh Giddey. It seems like they are interested in getting a tall point guard, giving up, they were going to give up, obviously, Malcolm Brogdon, first-round pick for Ben Simmons. Josh Giddey just seems like the choice right here. I feel like he's a guy that can play some backup for them in the time being. And I think eventually he's going to be the starting guy for this Pacers team. I think Josh Giddey goes to the Pacers. Number 14, Golden State Warriors. So originally we took James Bouknight right here. I kind of like Usman Garuba to this team. Especially if they don't bring back Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre, obviously athletic guy that can shoot some threes. That's pretty much what Usman Garuba is right now. Also a really good defensive player. 6'8" power forward. I feel like he could actually be mentored pretty nicely by Draymond Green. I'm going to go with Garuba right here, man. I like the idea of Garuba on this team. This one's kind of new to me, but I kind of like it. We're going to go with him. And obviously this could switch up. This might not be the perfect mock draft, but this is what the basketball gods told me. It's way different than my initial one that I did. People really liked my initial one, so that means this one's probably going to get some hate. But it's just what the basketball gods said, man. Cade, Jalen, Ev, yeah. I'm pretty good with this. Man. What do you guys all think? Let me know in the comment section below. Good luck in the draft. I don't know when I'm going to react to it. It might not be till tomorrow morning, like around this time, because obviously the draft doesn't start till 8. And I'm going to have like some friends over and stuff. So it might not be till tomorrow I react to it, guys. But when I see it, that'll be the first time me seeing it. So that's all we got. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.